So the previous video that we looked into with SAGAN, it was my initial thoughts on the unit itself, in terms of more so on comparing it as a defending role. Because I mean, honestly, with her releasing, obviously we can only compare it to yourself, of course, the other defender who does, a phenomenal job keeping the team alive, being able to tank a lot, and just kind of playing that role. And so obviously did my initial runs of SAGAN just to kind of see on what we're working with. But again, as I've mentioned, I decided to do a little bit more with this unit just to kind of really give my thoughts and opinions, and well, we got her down to an absolute T on how great, how broken of a unit that she is. So obviously you guys are watching some gameplay. She is a nuke supporter. I'm just going to get that out of the way right now. She is a nuking supporter, a defender that, yes, defends the team quite nicely. I have to admit it. I'm sorry, but I mean, in an AoE scale, yeah, damage is going to be dished out to your whole team, but your whole team is going to absorb it quite nicely. That's what I've noticed, so I'm not really too concerned about that. But that counter attacking and just kind of taunting and then having that counter attack and then having that passive being built up, it works way too freaking good, way too good. Plus the burn isn't, I mean, well, I look at the burn as like a little bit of an additional, of course. And again, having typing coverage like that, especially with the whole burn element, really does give SAGAN that a little bit more. But again, you know, going back to a skill again from a perspective of there being multiple enemies, very clutch for the whole team for their survivability. Again, as it stands right now, SAGAN can quite comfortably, if you build her up right, she can quite comfortably actually slowly beat the hardest difficult content, aka the Kaiju number 10s that I'm running right now, of course. She has the capability to kind of run it on. I mean, it's going to take a hot minute to do so, let's be real, right? It's going to take a hot minute if you've got the time to. But you can build her up and she can comfortably just kind of stand there, hold her ground, and eventually get the job done. Plus you've got to keep the first dupe that she has, or not the first dupe, but the first passive that you unlock, of course, leveling her up. You know, she's got that relight too, so can't go wrong with that. But coming back to the whole nuking support that she is. So again, on screen, I've got Min Aishiro, the 4-star, I've got Soshiro, the buddy buffer, and then of course I've got Ichikawa, right? For the first phase of Kaiju number 10, you want to run this Ichikawa, of course, clearly. And essentially, yeah, she further supports the nuking tactic from her ultimate. Now, this, I'm not gonna lie, does push the agenda of at least getting a first dupe, and if that's something that you're committed to, go for it. Because obviously that first dupe, I mean, already she's given that attack buff from her ultimate, but that first dupe will give you that critical damage buff, and so ultimately you're going to be doing some disgusting big damage with your main DPS, whether it be the 5-star Minaj or whether it be Narumi, whether it be Ichikawa, of course, and even Kaiju number 8, to be honest. So that is a bonus in my eyes in terms of a defender protecting the team, doing their best to absorb most of the damage, but then on the other hand providing that nuking for the main DPS on the sideline. That is, to me, is just a huge benefit, of course. So the value is there for this character with with all that she applies. Again, the whole fire element is just an added bonus in my eyes, of course. Now another cool thing, which obviously, because I mean at this given moment, what are you working towards? The ultimate, right? Because you want to get the buff off. That's where the attack increases at. It's through the ultimate. So we're kind of chasing that ultimate as soon as possible. Again, if you get the first two, then it's just a double bonus. But with the taunting, with the counter attacking, she's building up her ultimate gauge. As everything is being processed, as she's being targeted, because of course this is going to be single-handedly the one unit that's going to stay active consistently even throughout the enemy's turns. That ultimate is building up. She gets her ultimate so quick. So obviously with my previous video, when it came to me looking at the gear set, if you've got that gauge increase going on for the ultimate, bro, she is going to be very consistent with her that ultimate increase. And if anything, at that given moment, I mean, you can still go with crit rate if you want to get some damage out of her, but I would highly suggest to get that increase rate in for the body gear set in all honesty. And then at that point, on the again, boots wise you can put fire damage, or you put speed. Speed might be the play, boys. Speed might be the play. And then obviously adding more to the ultimate. So in terms of like having that survivability, I mean, again, she can build up the amount of shield that she can provide herself to a disgusting amount. You know, the more you work on it, the more you can get higher and higher and higher. But you also got to keep in mind is that, you know, as she's getting targeted, as she's counter-attacking and whatnot, again, coming back to the ultimate, it's being built up, and then from that, you're healing yourself, because again, by activating the ultimate, you're doing the damage. Her passive, she heals herself, equal 5% of her max HP. So in terms of her longevity, her survivability in a fight situation, she's got it down to a T. Hence why I say, if you choose to kind of do a little bit of a one-woman run, she can comfortably do that. It's gonna take a hot minute. It's gonna take a hot minute, but this defender has everything that she needs to pretty much withstand the attacks. She's got the healing, she's got the shield play, everything is being built up to where you know, she's got the counter attacking, she'll get that ultimate, and then it will just be a continuous cycle. And if things do go south, where, you know, she does have to kind of well, she faints or whatnot, or she passes out incapacitated, call it what you will, she's back at it again and we reset again. So in terms of with where this character is at, she's high tier. She is potential SS tier, I will say that. But yeah, she is a fantastic defender, and she is pushing more for your main DPS to do a lot of damage. And honestly, having that taunt really does take the cake on me loving this character that little bit more, so that way you can set up whatever you're trying to set up. So in this case, I'm trying to set up a nuke, and it's doable. It's doable. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now on what I think. But yeah, we've got two great defenders. It's just whoever gets SAGAN is going to be doing a disgusting amount of damage. Sooner or later, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be hitting 100k. Just with one single attack. Obviously, if you double up on the attacks, you can reach some stupid numbers, right? Adding it together. But with a single shot, we're getting there. We're getting there. Probably doable, to be fair. Just need to level up the skills, let's be real, because of course the percentage will rise. So me saying that, I think it is doable already. Especially if you freeze the enemy and then Ichikawa goes with the shot, oh, you're going to get that additional. Yeah, so hands down, hands down. So I'm going to keep working on her levels. She's going to provide us. I am really heavily considering going back into the banner and getting that dupe. I am fiending for that nuking potential on increasing that even more. So yeah, a lot of things to do. I'm trying to fight the temptation, boys. Trust me, I am trying to fight the temptation, because she's good as is. Like, I don't realistically need to go anymore, and that's the W thing about this, is that you can just go for one copy and just kind of call it quits, and she'll do exactly what you needed to do and support your main DPS as well as being a great defender. But when you want more, yeah, you want more. So anyway, that's where SAGAN is at right now in terms of what she plays, how good she is, and the numbers are pretty disgusting, boys.